here's how I would here's how you should actually launch your course in 90 days or less, right? And what most people end up doing, and this is where I can kind of come in and change this around, is that they will spend like months building a course, right? They'll architect the course, they'll frame out what it looks like, and then they'll start to make video after video after video, right? They'll spend a good 60 days to 90 days creating a course, and then try to launch it and it doesn't land, or they try to get people in it and they pay for it, but it doesn't resonate and get those people who get into it results because they haven't tested the waters yet. First, they didn't do a beta version of, or first cohort of customers coming through the door, and they also didn't like proof of concept that someone would actually buy it. And so what I oftentimes say, because this is how I angle it, is that when I first created my first course, it took me 8 months to create, and by the time I created it, no one would buy it. I couldn't get it out there. And it was all about YouTube. So after 8 months and finally launching it and getting it out there, I had to redo half of them because YouTube changed their whole the algorithm and everything else. So I was screwed at that point. And then, finally I was starting to sell it with webinars, but I had wasted so much of my time. It took me a year and a half to actually sell my first course. My second course took 4 weeks. Took 4 weeks, and in fact, I framed it out in a week. I set up a pre-launch plan the second week. I started telling people about it, and I got 20 people into this first cohort of that course. And I said, this is a 4-week course, and I'm running it live, and it's $2,000. And so I got 10 people, just 10 people in, and I ran it for 4 weeks. And those recordings and the feedback that I got and the results that I got for those people was what created the actual course after that, right?
So you followed up with what you just made.
Yes. So you pre-launch. You have the idea of the course. Yes. First, you need to frame your ideas, run it live, have a proof of concept that people are going to actually get results from it. And then if that's the case, then you scale it up, then you automate the whole thing, then you put it into a course platform. What most people do is they buy Teachable, they buy Thinkific, they buy Kajabi, and they're loading it up with video content that at the end of the day may not even resonate with a potential customer because they haven't taken a person through that yet to figure out if it's going to get them the result they want or not, if it's just fluff or if it's actual tangible shit. And I learned that the hard way with my course, and I also figured out what I had to do to not get refunds. I was getting a ton of refunds when I first launched my course. And I realized because I priced it low, I didn't have a good experience where I gave homework. Like, I didn't do any of this stuff that you need to be doing. Like, there has to be accountability every single week. If you're doing a 4-week or 6-week course, at the end of each course, you have to say, now here's your homework. Go do this and this and this, and I'll meet you next week when we do our Q&A. You're going to show me what you did. I didn't do any of that with my first course. I didn't hold them accountable for anything. I didn't have homework, and I had tons of refunds. So the way that you keep people sticky in a course is you require them to have to do work. They have to, if you're giving them a video and it's teaching them something, they have to now execute on that video.
Execution.
And what most people don't realize is that they say, here, I'm just going to teach you this thing.
A lot of us listening.
And it's just lecturing without action.
Yeah.
And so the way that I figured it out is you have to obviously have them do something, right? So take accountability, actually do something for the next day or week or whatever, and then keep doing that. And by doing that, you actually lessen refunds. So what I actually ended up doing was, hey, you can get your money back on this course. This course is $2,000. You can get your money back, but you have to do all the homework that I've required you to do. And submit your homework to me every single week. Because what happens is if they submit their homework every single week,
they're just doing the work.
They're doing the work. And if you're doing the work,
You're gonna get
Why would you get a refund?
Yeah,
Because you get the results. Why would you get a refund, right? And so that was kind of one of the things I learned. But you have people nowadays, you have people that are, with courses just getting more popular and more popular that are shoving shit into a course platform without testing the waters first. And that's why I use our platform, Easy Webinar, to do I run it live through Easy Webinar, and then I take it and we'll put it into maybe a course platform. Or I'll continue to, or I'll turn it into an automated webinar series and have them come through and pay. Mm-hmm. And then now for the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks, they're getting invited to these workshops where they're still required to do the homework, and they'll follow up and come to the next one. And they can either be pre-recorded or it can be live. And so there's a lot of different ways to set it up where it doesn't have to take 6 months or 8 months. It just has to take clarity around the problem someone's solving and how to get the results for the customer by creating what action, by actually saying, these are the action items you need to do to be able to get to the next step and the next step and the next step. But most people, they're still trying to figure that out.